Hi everyone. I'm getting ICL surgery tomorrow. What that is basically an implant in your eye that is a contact, but it's a permanent contact, and they put it in the iris of your eye. They put it behind the color part of your eye. So it's on top of your cornea. So they make a small incision and they wrap up the contact and they put it into your eye, and then it expands. You have little anchors on each corner of your eye that are going to keep it there. So basically, I just want to share my experience because I had no idea about this. I didn't even know it was a possibility. I didn't really look into getting LASIK just because it was expensive and I was kind of fine wearing my contacts. But up until recently, realized that it's not really great wearing contacts all the time, and I was actually sleeping in them. I had a really, really bad habit of sleeping in my contacts. I sleep in them almost every single night. They're dailies, so I'm supposed to be switching them out every single day, but instead I've been sleeping in them. Sometimes I sleep in them for months at a time. I know that's really terrible, and I know there's risks of getting like an infection, and that could potentially cause blindness. The reason I would sleep in my contacts was because I hate in the middle of the night, or if there's something that happens, like in California, there's an earthquake in the middle of the night. I didn't really have glasses handy by my bedside, so I would wake up and couldn't see anything. And that was just a huge problem for me. It sounds minuscule, but I'm just like, if I wake up and there's like someone in my house, I won't be able to see. I won't be able to do anything until I get my contacts in, and who knows how long that's going to take. So my prescription for both of my eyes is actually a -9. So it's a pretty high myopia. I know that people who've gotten this surgery go up to as high as like -13, which is really, really bad. But if you have glasses, then you know what I'm talking about here. But my glasses are very thick, and when I put them on, like, look how small my eyes get. They are like literally teeny tiny. And not only that, but it distorts your vision. It kind of creates like a fish eye. And it's just, it really is not helpful at all. I hated wearing glasses. I started wearing glasses when I was in the third grade. I was in the back of the class. I wasn't able to see the board. So they started me off at a -3, and it just since third grade on to until I was like 25, my eyes just progressively got worse and worse. And I really didn't know if they were going to stop or not, even though the doctor said they would. So I've been steadily about -9 for probably like 3 or 4 years now. And so I thought that it would be a great time to look into LASIK, or, just getting something permanently done because contact prices can be really high. And now that I'm older and I have to pay for them myself, I realize how expensive they are. And just in the long run, you end up spending just as much on the contacts as you would for LASIK or ICL or PRK. And it just seemed more worth it to me to just like get a surgery done. I looked into LASIK and I realized that because my myopia is so high, and I also have an astigmatism in both of my eyes, if you get LASIK, they shave off a part of your cornea so that it's shaped perfectly and you can see 20/20 vision, because myopia is basically your eye is shaped in a different way, and that's what causes you not being able to see, and then a lens on top of that fixes it. It's actually not reversible. When you do LASIK, it's just they burn that part of your cornea off, and then that's it. You can't really go back to what you were before the surgery. So that kind of scared me. And also, my dad got LASIK probably, I don't know, 10 to 15 years ago, and it was he kind of warned me like that he has dry eyes now, and he also can't really read close up as well as he used to. He is getting older now, so I don't know. Eventually he's going to have to wear like reading glasses, but basically my myopia was is too high. There's not enough like cornea for them to shave off, and then once they shave it off, I still wouldn't be able to see. So that's when I found ICL, and it I didn't even know about it at all. I never heard it from any of my eye doctors. Nobody really told me about it. And so I did a lot of research online on what it was, what the risks were. And I also looked at other people who have gotten the surgery that were, younger, and their kind of experiences with it. And it seemed like a really good idea for me. So I researched places in LA that had surgeons that were experienced doing this procedure. It's basically the same as a cataract, because when they do the cataract surgery, they're taking the film out of your eye, the layer of film that builds up over your eye, causing people not being able to see. So it's the same kind of like surgery, but instead of taking something out, they're putting something in. Like I said, they get the contact and they just put in your eye, and you're good to go. There's no reshaping the cornea, so it's not a permanent thing that you can't reverse. Another thing I liked about ICL is that you can take them out. You can just get them taken out for whatever reason if you end up not liking them or it wasn't exactly what you expected. You could just get them removed and just go back to contacts, glasses, whatever you were doing before. So LASIK is great for people who don't have a high myopia. Unfortunately, I guess it causes dry eyes for a lot of people. So that's really just like the roll of the dice there. With the procedure, there are risks, just like LASIK, just like any other procedure. The risk of glaucoma is higher because having a foreign object in your eye, having the contact in your eye, causes more pressure to be in your eye. And then on top of that, to avoid the high pressure in your eye, they put a little tiny hole. It's called an iridotomy. I don't even know. They put a small hole inside your eye, and they kind of just laser a teeny tiny hole that will release some of the fluid and keep your eye less pressurized and just getting things flowing in there consistently easier than it does on its own. So they put the small hole in your eyeball and then they put the contact in. I've heard some doctors do the iridotomy. I don't even know. They put the hole in your eye 2 weeks before or a couple weeks before, and then they do the surgery after that. My surgery is going to be all in one day. So they're gonna put the hole in my eye, and they're gonna put in both my contacts in both my eyes all in the same day. I know some other doctors do one eye one day and one eye the next day, or they do one eye one week and then the other eye next week. But thankfully, my doctor is doing it all in one day. And that's great for me because I don't want to have to do this again. I don't want to have to be, thinking about the next eye that I have to do. I'm not really sure why, but I just assume doctors do different things differently. So yeah, Dr. Lee and the CCRS team in Sherman Oaks, and they've done this procedure so many different times, and they haven't had any person come back with any complications where they had to remove one of them. So they've never had to remove any of the contacts within anyone's eyes that they've done ICL on, and they've just had just a really high success rate. And I've met Dr. Lee when I went in there. He told me, about my vision, and he told me that I was a really great candidate for the surgery, and so all of that was good news. I also, when I went in there, I already knew pretty much everything there was to know about ICL, so I was kind of like when I talked to the person in the beginning, they're like, "Oh, well, you already know everything. I don't really need to show you." But I did have questions about, what are the chances of developing glaucoma? What are the chances of developing cataracts and things like that? There are risks of getting those things, but I think if you catch, glaucoma, for example, if you catch that early and you have surgery on it, then you can be end up being fine, or you can take pills to help with the glaucoma. And I also know that with cataracts, like I said, it's completely reversible. So I'm not really too worried about those things, especially when I'm going to be able to wake up and just see and not have to put on glasses or contacts or have to worry about any of those things, because wearing contacts for such a long time, it's not good for your layer, your tear layer. The contact actually just resides on top of that. It's not naturally supposed to have anything there. So I'm just hoping it'll really help with the outside of my eye, and my eye can function normally and not be dry from my contacts, and also just, be be healthy and happy eye, because right now it's like just I always have a contact in, always. So I want to know what it's like not to have them in. And even though they don't really bother me that much, I'm afraid of wearing them for so long, so many years, that eventually I think something's going to go wrong, and or I might get an infection or something, and I just don't want to deal with any of that. I just want to be able to wake up and see, and that's it, and not have to worry about anything. I also think about just, in the future, if I live alone or something like that, and like for some reason I have to get up really fast or see in the middle of the night, I just want to be able to see. So I'm really, really excited, but I'm also really scared because, like, it's not like a laser will, like, literally just boop and they, like, laser off a part of your eye. They have to actually, like, open up the eye and, like, put a rolled up contact in, watch it unfold, and if it doesn't, like, unfold all the way, they have to use, like, a tool to, like, spread it out, make it flat. If you're gonna get this surgery, I mean, I looked up a bunch of videos on it, and it is kind of frightening looking. But from what I've heard from other people, you obviously you don't feel anything, but it's not like as frightening as you think it is. So I'm hoping that's true. I know that they're going to give me some sort of like anti anxiety, probably Valium, I'm hoping, so that it can relax me before the surgery, because that shit is frightening. I mean, I've had like my teeth taken out, and that's pretty much it. I haven't had any other kind of surgeries ever. So, and I'm going to be awake. Yeah. So that's really terrifying. My mom thought that I was going to be put under, but I guess that doesn't really make sense. You can't really be asleep during an eye surgery. So, yeah. When I had my first appointment and they dilated my eyes, I had to wear my glasses like 5 days before, just so that that layer, like I was saying, on top of my eye where my contact usually is, could build up and they could see my eye in its natural state better than if I had my contacts in. And so that sucked because I hate my glasses. Couldn't drive. I literally have no peripheral vision when I'm wearing my glasses. So I don't have to not wear my contacts up until the day of surgery. So tomorrow when I go in, I'll have to be wearing my glasses. I've gotten to wear my contacts up to now, so I'm really happy about that. Supposedly, I will probably be able to see perfectly within like 3 days to a week after surgery. Probably be like super tired after I get everything done. I'll probably just go straight to sleep. I'm having my partner take me, so he is going to take me around 1 p.m. Tomorrow, and I'm hoping it doesn't take more than like 2 hours top, like for the whole thing. It seems like people are done within that time frame, so I'm hoping that's the same for me. Obviously, because of COVID, he won't be able to be in there with me. He'll either have to like leave and come back or like wait in his car or something. So he won't be in the office with me, which sucks. But yeah, I'm really excited slash really scared, but I just wanted to share this with you because I had no idea what it was. Not even my eye doctor mentioned it to me. I guess maybe if I asked more questions, they would have, but this is an elective surgery. So even if you have insurance, they will not cover you. It's considered cosmetic, which is kind of shitty because contacts are expensive, anyways. And literally, if I drive with my glasses, I can't drive because I have no peripheral vision. Like I said, everything's like a fisheye. It's it's not good. So really they should cover some of it. But anyways, price for like regular ICL is like 5 to 6 thousand depending on where you are, depending on your location and everything. So that is just for regular ICL. I am getting contact that is a toric lens, which fixes your astigmatism. So, if you know about contact lenses, regular lenses are cheaper than toric lenses because the toric lenses fix your astigmatism, which is the angle in which your eye lays, something like that. So not only is it the myopia, but it's also the astigmatism on top of that. So it fixes two things at one time. So once I saw the prices of those toric lenses, I was like, okay, is there a permanent solution that I can do? Because I don't want to keep paying for contact lenses that are this expensive. And I'm so used to the dailies. I don't even know what it's like to have weeklies or monthlies or anything like that. It's just too much. So I'm getting the toric lenses. I have a lot in stock apparently, but because my myopia is so high and like everything is very unique to me, I had to wait 4 to 6 weeks for them to make my contacts. So once they made my contacts, they texted me saying like they made my contacts, they're ready, and to call and make an appointment. So that's exactly what I did. And I wanted to do it as soon as possible since I'm not working right now. So I wanted to get that done and just be done with it and heal and just like move on. Kind of been a long time coming, but it took me a while to kind of decide on that. So like I was saying with the toric lenses, unfortunately, those are more expensive. It goes from like 5 to 6 thousand to like 7 to 8 thousand. My surgery will be $8,000 flat. It might be a little higher than some of the people that I've noticed got it done, but he is one of the best that do this surgery specifically. So like money and my vision, it's you can't put a price on that, so it's not really a big deal to me. But yeah, unfortunately, it's an expensive surgery and I feel very lucky and privileged to even have the option to do that. So I just want to share all of that with you. And CCRS has a payment plan, so you just pay for half of the surgery or one eye, and then they set you up on a 12-month plan to pay off the rest. So you just pay monthly for 1 year from then. There's no interest at all. So that's really great. And all the people there were super nice. And I trust Dr. Lee with like my eyes and everything. And they just have such good reviews. So I'm hoping that I have pretty much perfect vision. I mean, I'm really hoping to have 2020 and just be like chilling on that and not have to deal with any complications or anything. So fingers crossed on that. And so I'll update you when after surgery. Hopefully I can film like me coming out of it and like my first reaction, few days post-op, week post-op, and then I'm hoping to, if I have any issues with halos, which is like the glare at night, hopefully I can, express those concerns and see if they recover and do kind of like a long-term recovery update, because I know there can be mixed reviews and mixed results for everybody, and some people have like a lot of trouble with like the halos at night. But all of that I've already been dealing with. I've never been able to like see at all or see at night, especially when I'm driving. Because of my astigmatism, I already had halos. I already see them all the time. So if that is something that happens to me, I don't really see it as a big deal. And a lot of times people have said that they go away after, months and months, maybe like 8 to 10 months, it'll go away. Or, they aren't as stimulated by it and it just like doesn't bother them. And I mean, I'm going from like really being blind, like legally blind, not able to see anything to like being able to see. I feel like it's worth it anyway. It's literally like night and day. So I'm really looking forward to seeing and not having to deal with these fucking things. I mean, can you like I can't. My partner wears glasses and he is a -2. So I make fun of him all the time. Like he doesn't even need them barely. Like it's a joke. Like put on my glasses seriously and like try and see because that shit is not chill. Not chill. It's a risk, but I'm willing to take it and I'm willing to share it because this isn't something that I feel like is well known. So the toric lens was only approved 2 years ago by the FDA, and I guess I'll just be the guinea pig for everyone. So, yeah, if I come out with like black eyes, then you'll know not to get it, and we'll be good. You'll know I'm doing this for you. Not really, but I did want to share because I know everyone else's videos help me, so I just want to let you know like what's up and what's gonna happen. I also want to say that they dilate your eyes. You can't see for shit after, so just know that you can't read anything. So just like close your eyes, take a nap, and you'll be fine after like a few hours. So yeah, well that's everything. Wish me luck tomorrow because I'm trying not to think about it honestly. I just want to like go in and just get it done and like just come out, and I don't want to think about it. Hopefully I'm able to sleep tonight. I know I'll be sleeping after. Yeah. And then you won't be able to see a little contact in my eye. That'll be it. It'll be gone. Done. You won't be able to see shit because it's going to be underneath my fucking color of my eye. Technology. Let me tell you.